This is a self-learning video to learn how to use cplex to solve a gasoline blending optimization problem. I learned how to use cplex by watching YouTube video, and I refer the blending problem from IBM cplex language user's manual. Here are a lot of examples of optimization problems, such as production, supply chain, human resources, corporate finance, and investment. Here, I will explain a blending problem in detail. A gasoline company produces three types of gasolines by using three types of crude oil, and for the crude oil, they have different octane rating and the lead content. And for different types of gasolines, they require different octane ratings and lead content. Also, the company must satisfy the customer's demand of gasolines. There are 3,000 barrels a day of super, 2,000 of regular, 1,000 of diesel. Demand of gasoline would increase by 10 barrels for every dollar spent on advertising that type of gasoline. Precise every 1 barrel of oil costs $4. The company can purchase maximum 5,000 barrels of each type of crude oil and process at most 14,000 barrels a day. All information above can abstract into two tables, and I will use these two tables to define the tuples in cplex. Here, this model. The objective is to maximize the profit. The profit equals gasoline sale amount minus crude oil purchase amount minus precise cost and minus advertisement cost. The equation in blue is the objective. I use I to identify gasoline types and use J to identify oil types. Bij means B barrels of type J crude oil can be processed into B barrels of type I gasoline. AI means the amount of money spent on advertising type I gasoline. Transformation cost equals 4, and you should pay attention to the place of the sigma, because the first time I ignore the sigma sign before AI, it's wrong. And next is the constraints for the model. The amount of crude oil need to be precise equals the amount of gasoline in demand. And all amount of same crude oil to produce different types of gasoline should less than the maximum amount of type of crude oil. The company can process at most 14,000 barrels a day. And the sum of octane rating of different types of crude oil must qualify the requirement of each gasoline, as well as the lead content. Next is the coding part in cplex. I have read all the codings here. First, you should define the string of gasoline type and oil types. As I mentioned before, here are the tuples for gasoline and oil. Here are demand, sale price, gas octane, gas lead in gasoline table, and the capacity, purchase price, oil octane, oil lead in crude oil table. Then we should divide the content into two tables and define transformation cost, maximum precise crude oil amount. Here are two variables. As I mentioned before, it's Aij and Ai. Next is the model. This is the objective. This is the gasoline demand constraint, oil capacity constraint, gasoline content rating constraint, gasoline lead content constraint, and maximum production constraint. Then let's input the data in our model. This is gasoline and oil types, and input the data into two tables, and the transformation cost equals 4, maximum precise amount equals 14,000. If you want to make connection to the Excel file, you can write shake connection as run the model. Build the configuration and run this configuration. Wait a moment. Alright, this is output. So the solution of the objective is 287750. And if you want to see the outcome in the Excel file, open it. Alright, this is the amount of each type of crude oil can be processed into different types of gasoline, and the amount of money spent on advertising which type of gasoline. Next, let's see what I learned from this experience. First, it's a little bit hard to come up with idea because a lot of optimization problem in our daily life, but how to identify optimization problem. And after you identify the problem, it's hard to abstract it into a model. And you will be easy to ignore some conditions or constraints. So we should be considerate enough to include all the conditions in the model. After build a model, coding is another difficult part. You should pay attention to the syntax. For example, you should add the semicolon at the end of every sentence, and the variables defined should be consistent. During the precise I made a problem, I can make connection to the Excel file, but I cannot make connection to the database. Okay, thank you for listening my video.